Yeah. Now I hope you have got basic thing what is the structure of data. Then how to do some image processing. Image processing, what is image processing? Simply to make some changes in the image to extract maximum information you are interested in. Okay, data say you will be converting into information, extracting information. Somebody as a geologist, I'll be interested to know the what is the type of lithology, what are the major lineaments, what is different geomorphic units, how some structures can be picked up from this type of remote sensing data. And a person from forestry will be interested to know what is the characteristic of forest there, what type of plants, trees are there, what is how the forest is depleting or increasing, what is the health of the plants at different times. Those type of information you'll be extracting. But before that, you have to do some image processing. Suppose you are downloading different bands, different data of area, and your area is quite bigger. So how to merge those data to make one in those things I will be dealing in short. Mosaicing of imagery. Suppose one imagery you have downloaded here and the imagery here, and you want to mosaic. Then you will be making one unit out of different bands, different images. That is mosaicing. And there are different freely as well as paid softwares, specialized softwares, which will be used for doing this. So one software, that is ArcGIS. Most of the institutions are having now ArcGIS. So I'll be discussing on mostly in that context. But apart from that, like QGIS, that is free software. Quantum GIS, that is free software, but most of the things, rather everything what you can do in ArcGIS can be done in QGIS as well. But these are they are GIS softwares. A specialized remote sensing softwares also, so they are like ERDAS, NV, you might be using some of you. But most of the things nowadays can be done in ArcGIS as well. But and one good thing is that if you are doing these things in ArcGIS, you will be knowing what exactly I am doing, which data I am using. So basic concept is required there. Though basic concept is required everywhere, but here you have to do manually many things. And in specialized remote sensing softwares, it will be doing automatically. You have to simply specify these are the different bands. I want this type of product. So you can choose any software. Mosaicing of imagery, extraction of area, say one topo-sheet. Suppose whole area, this is degree sheet you have taken, you are interested in particular area, you can do some clipping, some other thing. If you are interested to take the information on the basis of your district level, you can extract that part also. Then composite, how to make composite bands, what is span sharpening, what are band ratio, those things I'll be dealing with this. This is simply mosaicing. I have taken 2 degree sheets. I am interested in that part of the area. I'll be doing mosaicing, then clipping the area of my own interest. So you will be doing mosaicing in all software, ArcGIS, LVIS, NV, QGIS, even LVIS. One software, free software, LVIS is there, ITC's software. There everything can be done. So mosaicing you can do, same word, sometimes this term differs from one software to other software, but everywhere this facility is available. So mosaic areas, extract your own area of interest. It is done, okay. Then comes composite bands. See, as per the color composite making means each band is having, if you have one band, whatever may be the radiometric characteristic resolution, means what is the bit size doesn't matter, whole image will look gray in the different shades of gray because it has only one band. You need at least 3 bands to make color composite. So you have different bands, take 3 bands, yeah, take maximum all the bands simultaneously, but you have to select 3 bands to make a composite, color composite. And this color composite, here you have to have fair knowledge of the spectral bands because band names changes as per the sensor name changes. So band 1 of one sensor may be different from the band 1 of the other sensor. So instead of keeping in mind band numbers, you have to have fair knowledge of the spectral range of that band, because on that basis you will be selecting data for analysis. So here all the bands you make a composite, then select 3 bands to give color as per your wish. You know, in color composite, there are some standard names. One is true color composite. True color composite means it will be giving you the feeling of true color, how the actual object looks. Suppose one forest, you are looking from top of the forest from the sky, how actually it looks. If you are preparing that type of composite, then it is true color. True color composite you want to make means you have to give the color corresponding to that band, which is actual band. See here, band 3, band 2, band 1. If you are, I am taking it as ETM data. Why I am taking ETM data, I will tell. ETM plus. ठीक है? In ETM plus, first band is blue band. Second band is green band. Third band is red band. Okay? If you are giving red color to red band, green color to green band, and blue color to blue band, then it will be true color. जो waves जैसी आ रही हैं वही color हम दे रहे हैं, तो definitely it will be true color. Here 3 to 1. But one customary has been started and being used, that is false color composite. इसमें many a times people are interested to know what is the vegetation, to highlight vegetation in the form of some color. This combination has been made. Actually, this green vegetation reflects maximum light in near infrared band. You know, in near infrared, maximum light is reflected back in the which is band 4. So if you are giving red color to band 4, it means maximum area where the vegetation is dense, maximum vegetation is there, that will look red. Therefore, this 4-3-2 combination has been standard, in standard practice to make false color composite, especially it highlights the vegetation. So where maximum vegetation, it will look dark red. Now my one simple question. See, this is for ETM. Okay? Accordingly, you have to choose bands if you are using different sensors. If you want to make true color composite using LIS3 data, then what will be the band combination here? If you want to make true color composite using LIS3 data, what should be the color composite color combination? You might have thought something. Answer is that you cannot make true color composite using list 3 because I told you there is no blue band. Okay, so if you want to make true color composite, you have to take other data because we don't have blue band in list 3. That is why I asked. Okay, and the combination pseudo natural color, that is a short wave infrared. Short wave infrared, actually here short wave infrared, short wave infrared band is given red. So, and infrared will be 4, band 4. So here again, hold the band 4, see band 4 is near infrared, and plants or vegetation gives maximum reflection in this near infrared, and you are giving near infrared green. It means all the vegetation covered areas, high density vegetation areas, they will look green, and green is the color of the vegetation. That's why it is called pseudo natural. Actually, we are not taking the green part as green, rather near infrared as green. That's why it is called pseudo natural color. So these are different color composites you will be preparing for taking different information. See here, I have taken blue. You have to select red, green, blue, and select green band. Which band you want to give red, which band you want to give green, which band you want to give blue. Accordingly, your color composite will be prepared. Once your color composite is prepared, your data is ready for taking information. Then pan sharpening. I already explained that pan chromatic bands have better spatial resolution. So if you are creating one color composite using other than the pan chromatic band, then merge it with pan chromatic band. The color will be from your multispectral bands, and spatial resolution will be from your pan chromatic band. So spatial resolution will be enhanced. So pan sharpening, pan, different in softwares, different terms will be there, but everywhere this technique is available. In ArcGIS, it is written as create pan sharpened raster dataset in ArcGIS. In ERDAS, it is pan sharpening. In that way, different names are there. Ultimately, your data is ready for analysis. One thing more before I want to explain. Yeah, here. Your data, when data is generated, it is stored as raw data. Thereafter, some sort of corrections are done. Many times, this ortho rectification is there. Means those corrections, it should actually fit the exact place on the Earth's surface, because when data is collected, it is in the geographic coordinate system. Then it is to be properly what you say. It is to be projected. Yes, it is to be projected. Actually, when data geographic coordinate system, geographic coordinate means it is a part of the curved Earth surface. Then it has to be, if you are doing in smaller area, that data is to be projected on a plane. For that, you have to use different projection techniques, so that that part exactly fit on the Earth surface. Apart from that, some atmospheric corrections is done. As I told, on the sensor, see, this is your sensor, some radiated some reflected radiated energy from the atmosphere goes to the sensor. Actually, we are interested in the energy which is coming from the object, but some scattered light, some reflected light, that is also going to the sensor, and that energy is recorded in the form of DN value. So some corrections are done to remove all those things which are coming from other sources. So we are, suppose you are interested in only reflected data. So from DN data, what is DN data? When you download any data, it is written in the form of DN values. As I told, X, Y, Z, Z is the DN value. And this DN value depends on the radiometric resolution. Suppose it is 8-bit, so it will be from 0 to 255. See, this DN value, suppose here it is 100. 100 means this is corresponding to the energy received from that pixel. But this 100 is not exact value of the emitted light. So that reflected light, yeah, radiated light, so that 100 is actually representing something. So in many calculations, you need to convert this DN value into radiance and reflectance. Most of the time we are interested in reflectance data. So this DN number is converted into reflectance data. But for that, different formulas there. Actually, that needs one more elaborated lecture to explain how this DN data is converted into radiance and reflectance. But nowadays, luckily, most of the data is this reflectance data is also available. So you can download directly the reflectance data, or simply you have to send one mail. Suppose you are downloading OLI data, ITM data to NASA. If you are writing one email, I am interested in the reflectance data of that particular area, in one day they will system calculates and sends. So you will be getting that data also. Otherwise, taking metadata information, you can convert DN data into radiance and radiance into reflectance. That part you have to study. Otherwise, simply you can download, because most accurate information comes from the reflectance data, because that is the characteristic of that particular object. In DN value, in other data, other scattered radiated parts are also giving some enhancement to the total energy, but actual characteristic is reflected by the reflected radiation. So you are ultimately interested in reflectance data. Once your data is ready, then you will be doing different type of analysis to extract information. For example, band ratio techniques. Using band ratio techniques, you will be able to extract a lot of information. For example, see, I have done it. This is quite useful technique, remote sensing in geological investigations also. I have prepared one map where maximum clay is deposited in that particular area. By simply band ratio, different established band ratios are there. In that way, you can calculate. In the same way, different vegetation index techniques are developed, which are solely used in forestry.